Hi there, I hope everything is great, really wonderful for you. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about one principle of spirituality, which is cooperation, but in relation to competition. You see, I work as a volunteer in the Brahma Kumaris organization, and in the 90s, 80s, there were several programs, worldwide programs, and they were very good, very nice. One of them was Cooperation, Global Cooperation for a Better World. And from that project, a beautiful book emerged. I would like to invite you to try to find it because it's very good. It was called Visions of a Better World. And there were many testimonies, expressions of cooperation. It's quite inspirational. But there were also many cartoons, many drawings of many people. And one of the cartoons was of two donkeys. So the donkeys, they had a rope, a short rope, tied them between themselves. And somehow people, they put food, they placed food in the two extremes. But it was in such a way that the rope couldn't extend to that. So they did somehow a tug of war there, trying to get food for each other. And they couldn't get good results. Eventually, they joined in the middle and they reached an agreement. So both of them went to one extreme and ate. And then again, both of them went to the other extreme and ate more. And they were happy. And without any words, this image shows very clearly the power of cooperation, particularly over competition. And that's my question. Competition, a paradigm that seems to not go away and in which we have lived for a long time, is not as good as cooperation. And yet, why is it still there? There is another example showing the problem with competition. So there was a beer company. This example is in the book The 50th Discipline by Peter Senge. And the author showed how in this beer company they planned a very wonderful project. I don't like beers, but anyway, it was a very wonderful project for them. They did a big advertisement campaign and they start to show everywhere. The problem is production took some time. And eventually the campaign faded off. And the products came after that. So of course they didn't sell. It's implicit there that in this wild capitalism we are living, probably the people, they took beers from the rivals. And it's not so different than what's happening in Europe. They say thousands of bags got lost because they start to sell tickets, but the infrastructure couldn't follow that. And yes, I don't think any economic system is better than the other. As soon as there is balance, everything will be okay. Like in the case of airports, one airport just told the airlines, please stop selling tickets, but nobody would do that. Oh, let's say one or two, but there will always be some company that won't do that. So rivalry, problems, it's a big mess. And cooperation, on the other hand, is wonderful. And there are many examples. Here in Colombia, a supermarket helped a shop, coffee shop. I mean, there are so many examples on how cooperation works so well. So it's time to consider that another paradigm as probably the best paradigm for things to work. Maybe through strategic alliances. There are many ways that cooperation can be manifest. But as a spiritual principle, cooperation is like, imagine humanity as a mosaic, a beautiful mosaic. you know, full of these glasses. And I am one of these glasses, this piece of glass. And even so, the mosaic is beautiful in itself, but the parts are also wonderful. They are so amazing. And that's the principle of cooperation. I'm not cooperating because I need something. I'm not cooperating because, well, these things I'm not using anymore, so take it. I'm cooperating because I'm wonderful and I'm part of a design, a wonderful design, and I need the cooperation of others so the design becomes more beautiful, and they need my cooperation because the design becomes more beautiful. Just think like that. I have something others don't have. When I open up, when I let this flow, I serve, I benefit others, which generate lots of energy, powerful energy, harmony, abundance. And I don't have something that others they have. And when I open myself to receive that, wow, it's wonderful. By learning, by experiencing their presence in my life, this makes me value more the mosaic, the community in which I live. So the next time you have to compete for something, like the donkeys, look for an alternative of cooperation. Maybe agreements, sharing resources, or simply talking, dialogue. Because you are a leader, I'm sure. So your leadership will help this world to be a much, much better world. Okay, take care. See you next week. Bye bye.